Ghost in the Shell is directed by Rupert Sanders and stars Scarlett Johansson in a live-action version of an anime story told by Mamoru Oshii, which has a really big and devout cult following. I was able to watch the original Ghost in the Shell with my friend Tuna-kun, and we were able to do a review of it on this channel. If you want to check that out, I will leave a link down below as well as a link to his channel if you want to subscribe. Ghost in the Shell is a world where people are able to have cybernetic enhancements done to themselves. If they need new eyes because they might have lost them, or if you've lost an arm, you need to open up a beer bottle but you don't want to use your fingers, you can have an enhancement to make your arm like a beer bottle opener. In the near future, Major, played by Scarlett Johansson, is the first of her kind, a human who was saved from a terrible crash and is now cyber enhanced to be the perfect soldier devoted to stopping the world's most dangerous criminals. When terrorism reaches a new level that includes the ability to hack into people's minds and control them, Major is uniquely qualified to stop it. And while facing this new enemy, she is also faced with her own ability to register as being either human or artificial. Is she a person? Is there a ghost in the shell? Now, going into this again, I really don't know a lot about the source material. I had only seen that original film, and so going into it, I didn't have a lot of expectations, but I did know the bare bones of what Ghost in the Shell was, and so I was looking forward to seeing what they were able to bring to the table. And while maybe it lacks the intelligence that the original had, it still does provide pretty impressive visuals as well as a good performance by Scarlett Johansson. Now, going into the story, they keep the originality of what Ghost in the Shell is. They are talking about human consciousness in it and what it means to be human in this world. And Scarlett Johansson does do a very good job as Major. Seeing her in this role, I did not really have any problems with her being cast in it once I was able to see her performance, and she really embodies the character of Major. You could tell Scarlett Johansson kind of changed her body language when she was in this role. A lot more exact movements, a lot more robotic. Visuals in this film are stunning. This is a beautiful film, and the cinematography is one of the best parts of the movie. The tone, the aesthetic has a lived-in feel. It also has some 80s nostalgia to it, with the cars kind of looking like DeLoreans, and a little bit of a Blade Runner feel when you look at the cities and the landscape that they've created for this world. It's a very sleek looking film. And for the first act of the movie, I was really into it. They had set up a lot of good parts, and they had started to touch upon what Ghost in the Shell was. Unfortunately, after that, the second and third act, they kind of just stopped and didn't go any further than what they were doing with the first act. To me, it feels like the movie is a little bit too big for its britches. It has a lot of big themes that they want to discuss, but they don't have the writing capabilities, and they just didn't go over it well enough. It kind of gets stuck on the same thing of Scarlett Johansson and goes over it and over it and over it, and they don't expand the actual philosophy of the movie. To me, it feels like if Inception had none of those moments that made you want to think and discuss the movie, and just kind of included all of the action bits. In fact, that's really close to what Ghost in the Shell is. I wouldn't necessarily say this is a bad film. I think Scarlett Johansson did a really good job as Major, but at the end of the day, I don't think Ghost in the Shell fans will be overly impressed with this. I do think that it does have some merit for people coming into this world new. It does simplify the story a lot so that if you want to jump into it, you can engage yourself with the film. But at the end of the day, it lacks what made Ghost in the Shell so great, and lacks the story to really build on that lore and make this a film worth seeing. I'm gonna give Ghost in the Shell a 6 out of 10. So guys, have you seen Ghost in the Shell? Whatever you thought, leave a comment down below. Thank you again as always for watching, and I will see you at the next review.